Not. So how does someone use the N-word, whether in anger or in a joke or in private, the most offensive word to African Americans, and not be considered a racist?
Yes. The day I used that word, it was a world ago. It was 30 years ago. I had had a gun put to my head, a shaking gun, because the man that had the gun to my head, unbeknown to me, was my customer at the main office.
But didn't you also admit, Paul, that you used the word on other occasions?
No.
So you have, other than that one time in the bank, a robbery attempt, you're telling me you have never used the N-word? I never. They asked me in all of my 66 years on earth, had I ever used it. That man was so frightened that day he put the gun to my head because he was a customer at the main office. He was later caught. And I had gone out on a limb for him and gotten him alone, and he was frightened that I was going to recognize him. So reports that you were asked in that deposition whether you had used the N-word on other occasions and said probably or of course are inaccurate? No. I answered the question truthfully. So you have never used the N-word other than that one occasion? No, it's just not a part of who we are.
Django Unchained, I play a slave. How black is that? And in the movie I have to wear chains. How whack is that? But don't be worried about it, because I get out the chains, I get free, I save my wife, and I kill all the white people in the movie. How great is that? I save my wife and I kill all the white people in the movie.
What do you mean we're lucky to be white?
It's not luck, it's privilege.
We're privileged that people see us, not a color.
Privilege that we don't get stared at when we walk into the room.
Privilege that we don't get followed by security when we go shopping.
Or pulled over when we're in the wrong neighborhood.
We're privileged because society was set up for us, and our silence keeps it in place.
We're privileged, and that's unfair.
The Unfair campaign is an appropriate name because their entire plight is just that, unfair. Here's the exquisite irony that they have apparently missed. Listen to the tagline. It's hard to see racism when you're white. Let me say that again. It's hard to see racism when you're white. Holy guacamole, white people! Their slogan is racist. It's hard to spot racism when you're white. I mean, isn't that generalizing an entire ethnic group? I don't know, maybe white people? I mean, are all white people just completely blind to racism? None of us can spot it? I don't think so. No, I think Unfair campaign's real slogan should be, we feel guilty because we have stuff and we didn't do jack squat to earn it. See, I've noticed that the type of person that is normally racked with this type of white guilt is normally the same type of person that hasn't done any hard work their entire life. I think these career college types are feeling a real guilt, but it's not because they're white. Black people can do anything white people can do and more if they put their mind to it. Just ask the guy sleeping in the White House. No, these college activist types feel guilt because they've lived off of college grants their entire life instead of earning their way. They've never known risk like entrepreneurs, the job creators of America. No, they've always lived off of student loans, welfare, and other forms of taxpayer charity. They should feel guilty. Really? Because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not lucky. And I'm not privileged either. I'm tired of being persecuted for my success. Obama hates me. I've worked hard to get to where I am. And I'm sick of my tax dollars supporting college videos that divide our country. Because that's unfair.